And we should be live. There we go. What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's been quite a while. Things have been pretty hectic and, lives. But we're here today on a Sunday, August 2nd. We are essentially entering into the last bit of summer fishing for salmon. So I wanted to come on live to do a couple of things today. One, we're going to talk about salmon fishing in August, the challenges. It's going to be a very, very tough period for us on the western side of Lake Michigan. So we'll talk a bit about what to kind of expect, how to kind of plan and set yourself up for success out here when it comes to the end of summer fishing here for salmon. We'll talk about some channel and content updates or the lack thereof. We'll talk about that as well. And also, we'll do a giveaway. It's been a while. And if you saw my Facebook post, I shared some pictures of what we got. So we will definitely do a giveaway. We also can possibly do a bonus giveaway, have a super chat goal set up there. So if we hit that goal, throw in another round of giveaways and get that out to you guys. So welcome. Hopefully y'all have been doing well. Good to see you, Anthony. How you been, man? We'll see who shows up here and we'll talk a little bit about, salmon fishing. I'm kind of waiting for some people to show up here. Look at my YouTube, looks good. Everything looks good on my end. So just give me a thumbs up here that everything's looking and sounding good. I haven't done a stream for a while. There we go. Now I'm starting to see some data. Looks like the stream's good. All right, cool. Don't be shy if you're here. Say what's up. If you're busy doing something else, listening in the background, appreciate it. If you get a chance to say hello, feel free. Or if you get a chance to post a question, please do. At any point you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll answer it to the best of my ability. All right, real life. There we go. The thumbs up. Thin Blue Line, what's up, bro? Winter Soldier, what's up? Glad that we got some thumbs up there. Eric, what's up? Cool. So if you can't tell, let's talk about fishing in August and the challenges that it poses for salmon anglers. In particular, newer salmon anglers to the lake because it's going to be real challenging. It's already set itself up to be that way. Kind of happens every year like clockwork. So what exactly am I talking about here? Well, what's tending to happen right now, if you just look at the weather patterns here, we've been getting a lot of northeast winds, and you can tell by the weather it's been a little funky. It's been on the cooler side. And remember, in July we were damn near burning up. It was like hell on earth. 90 plus degree temperatures. A lot of the winds are out of the south and the west. It's bringing that warm air from the south up in the southwest up our way. That's what warms us up. Now we're starting to get things, winds out of the east, northeast, everything up there, which is cooler. So it cools off the temperatures, which is nice. It's not smoking hot over here. You got overcast day today. The thing about that, though, is what does that wind do to the water on the lake? Well, what it's going to end up doing is, remember, the surface layer of the water, and by the surface layer, I mean this could be 10, 20, 30, 40 feet down, that top section of water. And this is always going to be vary, but we'll just simplify and say that the surface water, right? That obviously warms up as the summer progresses, as we heat up, as the sun is out. That surface layer of water, we all know, warms itself up, right? Over time, as we continue to heat up, that warm water just continues to stack. It gets deeper in the water column because it's penetrating through. So the colder water is underneath it, hence the thermocline. As that relates to the winds coming out of the north and the east, well, remember, if we think about the entire lake as being laid out with let's just say that there's no wind, all of that warm water is evenly dispersed across the entire lake. What happens when we get the east-northeast is that it then pushes all the warm water that's been on the Michigan side or further north of us. It starts to not only push that warm water down on us, but it stacks that warm water on top of the warm water that we already have, which then further pushes down that thermocline. So where maybe we were out with Ernesto, check out the recent video. It's a blast. I think you guys will love it. We had a blast doing it. a lot of comments really enjoyed that format. Thank you for the feedback. It was something off the beaten path. It's just two guys busting each other's chops, fishing, having fun, making a challenge out of it. And kudos to Captain Ernesto for coming up with the win. But I want my revenge. Sidetracking here, side quest, sorry. But as of that trip, you know, the thermal was down, and I have the new, I didn't bring it with me, damn it. I have the new Fishhawk TD, which I'm still learning. It's a little bit of a learning curve. I'm kind of getting used to it. It's a little bit different than the original TD. Talk about that in the future. But did some drops, and that thermal, as of last week or whenever we went out and filmed a week and a half ago, whatever it was down about 40, 45, let's say 30, anywhere in the 35 to 40 range was when you'd hit that 50-degree water temp, you know, that sweet spot. And we this was also confirmed by looking at the live scope, and most of the fish that we saw coming into the live scope were swimming right in that 35 to 55 degree, 55 to 35 foot of water, right in that band. Every time you see them, they're coming in right in that middle of the water column, right? Presumably because that water temperature is that sweet spot for them is in that mid 50s, and they were just cruising along in that comfortable water. However, now with the east and the northeast winds we've had, it was a real hard blow yesterday. That thermal is going to be dropping down deeper. I think I saw some reports that it's pushing down to 60 now. And as we continue to heat up, you know, and we start getting more of these eastern winds that's going to keep pushing everything, all that warm water back on top of us, it can get down to 100 feet to hit the thermocline. And it makes fishing incredibly hard, especially if you don't have downriggers, especially if you are newer to salmon fishing, because you're going to have to run a lot of your stuff much deeper in the water column. The thing about that is it takes much more focus and know how to run your boat, so that one, you don't tangle all of these long lines. You got so much stuff in the water that's so far out. You got to be able to run your program effectively when you're doing deep water fishing, as that's what's going to end up happening. And in fact, I saw Captain Caleb's from the Migrated Charters report yesterday on Facebook, where they're already fishing out in the 150 pluses and fishing deeper in the water column for these fish, because they're already starting to push out from the near shore areas of like the hills. July was really good for the kings right on top of the hills, anywhere from 60 to 100. You can go in there and just whack them, right? But that is going to be changing a bit, and this is something you need to be aware of. Now, it's not to say that you can't find fish within this area, especially early in the dark in the morning before the sun comes up, or perhaps even going into that PM bite when the sun comes down, starts coming down. Those fish will start coming back in to the shallows. They'll come into that warmer water because the bait will start sliding back in. And if you're ever fished in the evening, if you haven't already seen it, you should be looking at your electronics, but it's pretty incredible that you'll be fishing. And as soon as the sun starts hitting the horizon, starts drifting down, you'll literally start to see the bait just start, it looks like they came out of nowhere, whether they're on the bottom or they just started coming back in closer to the shallower water. By shallower, talking on the side of 100 feet of water, they'll come back up in there. And so these salmon will come back in, even if that water is warm, right? Even if that thermal's down 60, and it's 80 feet of water and there's all kinds of bait, they'll still come into that warmer water to feed. Feed, and then they'll get back out to more comfortable temperatures and such. So these are kind of the things that you're gonna have to dial in as you are fishing in August. It's probably gonna be worth it to have copper if you don't already have coppers. Your 300 and 400 coppers are gonna probably turn on and be some of your better rods. More than likely, not always the case, but I'd be willing, if I'm a betting man, I'm willing to bet that those long lines are really gonna pick up as they're having to fish way deeper in the water column. Your riggers, if you don't have riggers, get the mag size dipsy divers. All right, get the mag size dipsy divers. The other thing it'll be worth considering is adding the Dreamweaver slide divers. Now, I'm particular to the Dreamweaver, one, just because I have a working relationship with them. Their products are quality, and that slide diver is really, really the easiest iteration of a slide diver that I've used. And so I will always recommend that. Honestly, I've bought, even though they sent me some, I bought extra ones for myself to have. So when I go on people's boats, I can bring my own stuff with me. And not be stuck with like whatever they have. That being said, the other reason I mentioned slide divers right now is because these fish can really get really picky and finicky, especially the kings, because what's going to start to happen here in a couple of weeks is they're going to start transitioning to get into the fall run mode, right? They're going to start getting, that whole process is going to start happening, right? So they can get really moody. They can be extremely moody fish. So it doesn't hurt to have slide divers so that you can really stretch out your stuff, whether it's a paddle, whether it is a spoon. Start stretching them off of your slide diver. You know, get it back there 50, 100 feet, put on the slide diver and chuck it in the water, send it down to the depths. You're trying to go for a more stealth approach. They might be, you know, neutral to negative mood. And so you just want to stretch things out a little bit there to just kind of give them a finesse presentation, if you will. So it's worthwhile to invest in a slide diver. A mag size, especially at this point, because you're going to be fishing it pretty deep. You're going to have to probably fish it pretty deep. Or if not, have one that's high and low, right? Run one that's a little bit higher. Check those fish. Check for the fish that are high in water column. You're still going to have steelhead that might be up higher in that 40-foot depth range and whatnot. So, you know, you want to cover your bases, but again, it doesn't hurt to have a mag size slide diver, stretch those leads off of it, and have more of a stealth approach. Your coppers are going to be part of that stealthy approach because their long lines are way out there and they're getting deep in the water column. And the same thing with your riggers. If you have riggers, I'm definitely at this point, you got two riggers. One's going to be more of like the finesse, running something off of it, a spoon, probably 100 feet back or something like that. And then the other one I'm going to run more aggressively. That's just going to allow me to, again, give these fish a little bit of smorgasbord of what they want. They're still gonna have some aggressive fish, so let me give them something. When I run my paddles, my meat rigs off the riggers when I'm fishing, I'm running those no more than 12 to 20 feet most. And so that's, to me, that's pretty close to the ball. And so, and it works. These fish are not shy, but there's other times where we'll stretch stuff back and we're getting bites. So give them the option, let them dictate to you what they are kind of in the mood for. And once you start noticing repeated bites on certain rods, then I would start shifting stuff up, especially if like the rigger wasn't taking hits and I got it 12 feet off the ball. All right, I'm gonna push it back 30 feet now. Let's see what that does. Let's see if that makes a difference. These are the kind of observations and adjustments that you'll want to take into account and be mindful of while you're out there fishing in the month of August, because it can be tough. You're gonna have to cover a lot of water. You're gonna have to go out deep. If you're in a small boat, it's gonna make it a lot more challenging. For me in a kayak, it makes it immensely challenging. August is always the toughest month for me to fish because I still fish within the 100 feet of water range, and so I have to kind of fish for what's already in there. And there's fish in there. There's gonna be a lot of juvenile fish. Some of the young of the year kings, like the 1-year-olds and stuff like that, the dinks. You're gonna still have some other fish in there. You still have some bigger fish, but the mass of fish, like the biomass of the numbers of fish, are gonna be pushed out in those deeper depths and stuff. So it's gonna make it more of a challenge. The good side, though, as we get deeper into August, is that it's gonna flip the switch in these kings, and regardless of these water temps, they're gonna start creeping in. We're gonna start getting those staging kings. And even in the warmer water temperatures, typically for me, I start checking around middle of August. They'll start creeping back into the hundreds, right? Low hundreds, maybe it's at 120, start hitting that 100 feet, maybe even closer than that. But they'll start hitting that 100 range and they're staging. They'll be in that warm water. You know it because when you catch them, they're gonna start browning. You're gonna start to see a little bit of brown in them. Those are gonna be the indicators of some of those early run fish, because when the kings start doing their spawn, and we'll talk about it more going into September, but it's not like this the light switch flicks on and they all start their run at the same time. It happens in waves, in droves, and so you'll get some of those early kings that start the process faster, and those guys are going to start creeping in. Let's say, again, it can happen anytime in August, but I'd say middle or so is when I start to kind of check for them in the 80 to 100 and some feet. It's going to be a great time to run meat. If you're not already running meat, it's going to be a great time to run plugs. All right. I lost one due to Captain Ernesto's faulty knot. I'm still gonna. That's my excuse. I know he's gonna say something about that. Run plugs. I love. Right now you can run them all day. You can start to run them all day, but if nothing more, when you get on that water, and I still recommend fish get out there at 4 a.m. at the dock at 4, so you have lines in at 4:30. In the dark, that plug is going out on a slide diver, it's on a rigger, or it's on a long line, 200, 300 copper. I prefer one that rattles and obviously have a little bit of glow, even though the glow on most of those plugs aren't great. Whatever, it's the rattle within it and the wobble that disperses the water, that really is what, to me, is the big thing. I don't worry about the glow too much because, again, most of them, you light it, even with a UV light, and 40 seconds later, like, the glow's almost all the way gone. Like, so they're not like super great with that. Maybe somebody needs to make like a great glow one. Anyway, run them. Run the plugs in the low light, in the dark, before the sun comes up. And then again, as the sun is going down, if there's not one already out there, I'm putting one out. That's exactly what happened in the last video that we did on the challenge video, 1v1, where the sun's going down. I put one out, and sure enough, it went. There was a big king on it, and it broke off. So run plugs. If you're looking for some, you can't go wrong with just the simple, it's just the glow, ace high or silver horde plug. It's just a simple, plain glow. If you're gonna fish them in the sun, I really like the chrome. They got the redhead one, which is like the redhead and the chrome body. I like the silver nugget, which is just the all chrome one. Lucky Charms is another good color. The Seahawk is hard to find, but that's a good one as well. And then the glow with the black ladder back, or the black ladder back on that one's another good one to have. And mother of pearl / Wonder Bread. Those would be the ones that it's mostly contained in my plug box. Guys will have other ones, but I don't think you can really go wrong with any one of those. They're tried and true, and they'll work. And if you are not familiar with running plugs, I have a great video back on my channel. If you search my channel for J plugs, I have a complete breakdown, including some hacks on how to run them much easier. So check out that video. It'll be helpful to you as well, hopefully. Get meat, all right? Get meat. I think you've seen in all my videos the entire year, meat has been an incredibly good program for me this year. I really invested. I've developed my meat program, so I'm really happy that I set out and accomplished what I set out to do, rather, by running meat every trip this year, whether it was a kayak or the boat. And it has taken my biggest king, the 20-pounder. It has taken numerous kings. It's taken Coho in the spring. Coho taking it down in the spring, couldn't keep them off of it. Lakers, when the Lakers were in close, smashing it. The only thing I haven't caught on it this year was a steelhead or a brown. And meat has been very productive. It's going to be really good in August as well, especially because these kings are, they're feeding up. They're getting ready for their run. They're going to be feeding really good, and I think the other component of it is that it's a little bit something different than what's out there. By and large, by the numbers, the vast majority of guys out here fishing aren't running meat programs, any kind of meat. So I just feel as though it gives you a little bit of a competitive edge, if you will, in that it's something a little bit different that they're not always seeing, and you're getting the scent factor. It's a different presentation. It's not something they've seen before. And also, when you are fishing and it's crowded on the weekends, as many of you are fishing, weekend warriors and such, and it's busy out there, and everyone's working the same kind of water band and stuff, right? It's a little bit of a zoo. You having something a little bit different out there could be the difference between a good day and a bad day, or a one catch or 10 catches. So it doesn't hurt to have one out. You do have to gain confidence in it, so just make sure you commit to it. And if you need a resource on how to run meat, I have a fantastic course on my Patreon that you guys can check out. It's like 25, maybe $30, and it's about over 45 minutes of me breaking down meat, tips, tricks, how I run it. It'll get you up and going, so you have a baseline confidence or understanding on how to run meat. Check out the Patreon link down below for that. Shameless plug. All right, so that's a quick overview of like what to expect in August. Time your days. You're gonna have to get out there and go deep. Keep track of the surface temperatures. Use a Seagull app or website to see what the surface temps are. And more importantly, and this is for my shore guys too, look for when the winds flip out of the south or west very, very strong. That could be the right kind of a wind to blow out that water and give us that cold water in close and give us an opportunity for the upwelling of that cold water, and then you get some good fishing in close. If you're a shore angler, this month you have to pay attention to that if you want to maximize your shore fishing opportunities. Otherwise, you're fishing in the piss warm water. If you want to get out there just to make some casts, help yourself. But if you want to maximize your fishing opportunity time, keep track of the winds check the Seagull for the surface temps. If you start seeing that surface temp dropping into the 50s near shore, go back out there, start pounding the pier heads, man. Start throwing out some spoons, jigging some stuff off the bottom, throwing some flukes with a darter head, all that kind of thing. Even if it's not kings, the browns will roll back in close again to the shore, some steelhead, some coho. As long as that bait comes in with that upwelling of cold water, because basically that warm water is being pushed out. Now the thing about it is that doesn't last long. So you have to execute on that quickly. Perfect examples last year, it was in August. We had super warm, low 70-degree water near shore, and for 2 days we had extremely strong winds out of the south-southwest. I mean, it was like 30 plus for 2 days. Strong blow, really, really strong. That third day, and I'm tracking it, right? I'm keeping a tab on this. On the third day, things went back down to normal with the winds. It was a chill day, no strong winds. I went out that day. What's going on there? Oh. Yeah, I see. All right. Looks like it's okay for the time being. Oh my God, that's so bad, dude. I don't think you guys heard anything I said. Oh, oh no. Yeah, I stopped the stream and restarted it, dude. It's weird. I'm hardwired in. Everything was fine on my OBS. You missed everything. I was dropping gems, guys. Oh, I'm gonna cry. I was dropping gems. Oh, technology, man. You love it, you hate it. All right, I don't know what, heard you up to the third day wind change. I don't know, man. I guess the fishing guys didn't want me to give you all the free game. I'm sorry. Oh, I'll try it again. Oh wow, yeah, there was a lot. All right, well, sorry about that, guys. I don't know. That's so weird. Again, I'm patched in. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about channel content updates. One, I'm sure you guys have noticed that there hasn't been a lot of content from me all of July. Just recently put up a recent video, but it's been very sporadic. The reason for that is I've been doing all the filming for what I'm calling the TV show that I'm working on for my channel, for the Small Boat Project, and I have been fishing with a bunch of people, been filming, and all this stuff is in preparation to release it in the winter period. So now I'm getting to a point where I have to start actually editing and working on it, and it's going to be a massive amount of work for the level of like production and editing that I want to do for it. It's not going to be like the standard videos, and so it's going to take a lot more work for me, and I'm gonna have to learn some different skills to be able to do it in editing for what I want, for what I envision. And there's a ton of footage I have to go through. So that's why I haven't really posted anything with myself, because I've been trying to get these videos shot with these folks for that project. And so I've kind of sacrificed my own fishing with current period and my own content, even though this is my content, but it's like for future content. So Yeah, we definitely have that. I have a spot. I have one more, maybe two more opportunities to go out and do something in August with a small boat. So if you feel like you're struggling, you don't have a good grasp of it, if you feel like you might be a good candidate for my small boat project, where I go out and help you kind of figure things out, reach out. Like I said, I got one, maybe two spots, but I need to get them done because it's going to lead into the next kind of life thing, which I'm going to share with you guys. So life has a funny way of doing things, but at the age of 43, I've decided to go and finish my degree. I had 12 credit hours left when I withdrew way back in the day, because I had gotten into my career. I got my big break in my career while I was a senior. I was like, oh, I'll come back to this, whatever. But yeah, I decided to finish it. Just you know, these are little things I want to do, and so I actually start back at UIC, was where I was my undergrad at. In like 2 weeks or so, middle of August, I start my semester, and so that's also going to take a lot of time for me from August through December. So in terms of content going through, the neighbors are jamming over there, by the way. In terms of content, that's going to slow down my content going through the fall king run. I'm going to try and fish as much as I can, especially for the king run. But you know, Monday through Friday I have classes in the city, so you know, to make a run up to fish up north and then come back, I'll do it, but it's going to be challenging. So things are going to kind of slow down a little bit. But the big thing is I'm working on these videos so that to release them over the winter period. And then once I graduate, you know, move on to the next thing and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm excited about that. This is something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. And yo, Pavo, thank you for the super chat, man. Thank you for the info. Happy to help, bro. Happy to help. I feel bad that I got cut off when I was talking about fishing in August, man. I was really trying to share a lot of info there. Maybe I'll circle back on that in the next live. I'll come back on that. Kind of sucks. Again, thank you so much for that, man. So yeah, content-wise, things will be a little slow. I'm gonna try and get as much as I can. Obviously, in August, it depends on the weather, because I can only go out so far in the kayak. If I do go out in a boat fish again, then there'll be video for that. Excuse me. But I'm excited about the project I'm working on, and you know, looking forward to releasing that later in the year and stuff like that. You know. Do you have an opinion on the major minor lunar cycles? Most of you guys talk about it all the time. I don't. I mean, I do know, I don't pay attention to it, but I do know that when there's a full moon overnight, fishing the next day can be really tough in the morning. There seems to be the belief that those fish will feed over the night if you have a clear sky with the full moon, that they'll feed overnight, and so in the morning they're not as nippy because they've been on the hunt all night. That's the extent that I paid attention to it, honestly. You know, jump out of my boat already any time. You know, I'm game. I'm game. Shoot me a message. Hope school goes well for you. Yeah, you know what? The good thing about it is I only have to take one class for my major to fulfill that requirement, and then one language. I have to take a language class to fulfill the language requirement. The other two classes are elective, like 100 level, 200 level class, just to hit the 120 credit hour requirement. So they're two fluffy classes, because I did the brunt of all my stuff on, when I first went to school. You know, all the main courses to fulfill the degree requirements and the degree requirements, the major requirements and the degree requirements. So yeah, so looking forward to it, man. You know, it's just a personal goal I wanted to accomplish, and then see where life goes after that. You know what I'm saying? Not to turn this into like a life thing, but it's crazy how, you know, when I was growing up, you know, my mom and grandmother and them, you know, their lives were centered around you work one job and you pretty much work that until you retire. I'm a millennial. I'm the very, you know, I'm the eldest of the millennial bracket, right? And so it's interesting that for us, for our generation and younger, that we live in a much more fluid environment where it's more common now to like change careers multiple times throughout your lifespan. So going into next year, once I complete the degree, kind of explore like, I would like to stay in the fishing industry in some capacity, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what opportunities open up. Just kind of see what's going on, and still continue to do videos. But I would like to work with. I would like to take all of my experience and apply that to a business, a company, a product, and work on that side, right? I think it's certainly just a little bit more the stability factor versus doing it yourself. Like when you're fully a content creator, it's a lot more work. It's nonstop. So the idea of being able to like clock in, clock out is appealing to me. So we'll kind of see what happens. Funny how things work out. We seem to just fall into what we do for sure. Yeah, I initially was really kind of like when I got cut from my previous career because they did a mass layoff and shit, nationwide and stuff like that. So I got caught in that. It really hits you like it really is like an identity. It hits your identity like, okay, what now? Because you're so used to doing this one thing. Like, who am I now after this? I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I struggled with that for some years. When 2020 is when it happened. Right before COVID, I was caught in that round of layoffs, and then COVID happened like 2 months later. So there was a lot of like, what do I do now? Who am I? Like, it's interesting. I don't know if anybody can relate to that. If you were laid off, or if you were did something for a long period of time and then you make a switch, it was kind of daunting at first, but I think I've come to understand that like things are more fluid and it doesn't mean anything bad. You just adapt and you develop other skill sets I think it just ends up making you a more well-rounded, skilled person in your, what you offer. So again, I know we're not talking fishing stuff right now. This is more life stuff, but maybe it's all connected in some ways, But yeah, so I'm going to school. This is gonna be interesting. I've been on the campus again to go pick up like my ID, parking pass, and all that stuff, and to see like 18-year-olds, it's so weird. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be looking like grandpa in class, yeah, it is what it is. So there's that. All right, let's talk about. You know what, guys? It's been a little while. Let's do a giveaway, man. I've put this together here with some products from Dreamweaver and Mr. Chrome. So again, going into August, for the parts that you did hear me talk about, having to fish deeper in the water column as the thermocline starts pushing deeper and deeper with the warmer water stacking up and such. A great way to target these fish is going to be bigger paddles, 11-inch, 12-inch fish blades. So what I put together here is a collection of 10-inch spin doctors that can't go wrong with, that'll work. All you gotta do is put your favorite fly or meat rig behind it, whatever you want to do. Run longer leads on these, of course, so these are 10 inchers. So here's what we got for this first pack. We've got the Netminders UV 10-inch. We have the Chrome Two-Face. Got the green. Oh, you can't see it here, but you've got black dots on the other side. It's a good one right there. We've got the White Slick, the legendary White Slick. A banger, a absolute banger. I like fishing a white fly on it. You'll fish, the guys over on the Michigan side will do a Pickle Sunshine. You fish a Howie on here. I like the Howie white fly on my White Slick. It's a king killer for sure. Reliable, 10-inch. And then we've got the Black Slick. Early in the morning, in the dark. You can fish it all day, but I will fish this in the dark as the sun's coming up. Throw a meat rig behind it. That's what I like to do with this guy in particular. But you can also put a fly behind it, put on your dipsy, get it down there. The Black Slick, all right? And we're gonna throw in 2 spoons from Mr. Chrome, some mag size spoons. We've got the electric dolphin magnum here, and this is going to be an exclusive. Mason made me a couple more extra of the Toad series just for me, but he sent me a bunch, so I'm able to kind of share with you. We've got the pink head toad. I don't even have a name for it, but it's a pink head with the bad toad body. All right, so pinky toad, maybe we'll just call it that, pinky toad. That's an exclusive. Nobody else got that but me, and whoever wins this package will win it as well. Chevy, what's up, man? All right, so the way we're gonna do this, I've got the giveaway set up in here. Let me set it up. Oh, don't blow away here. All right. And it should come up in here. What's up, Nick? We're going to do a giveaway. All right. You guys need to guess a number between, does it even say it? Between 1 and 100. You can only put one guess. Don't put multiple. Don't start spamming numbers, guys. Just one number, one per person. All right, between 1 and 100. This should work. I think I got the bot working. Let me see it's working. Yep, got 3 guesses in. All right. Keep going. 1 to 100. Pick a number 1 to 100. Anybody else? 1 to 100. 1 to 100. I'll give it another couple seconds here for somebody. Last chance before we figure out what the number is. 1 to 100. All right, how do I do this? 1 second, guys. It's my first time using this bot, so I'm trying to figure out where the how come it doesn't have 1 second here? Second. What the heck is going on here? All right. Oh, okay. I see here it is. And the number is 100. 100. Who has the closest number? Oh, it shows it right here. Carter, you had 93. All right, there you go. All right, congrats, Carter. Just got that whole prize pack. Okay, Carter, can you reach out to me via Facebook Messenger or Instagram DM with your info, or you can just you know what, or you can just even email me, ChiCityYaker@gmail. That might be just easiest. Just email me with your info. If you're local, we could probably meet at one of the harbors one of these days. I'll get it to you that way. Spare me the shipping costs. If not, then I'll need your shipping info so I can ship it to you. I have another one to do, guys. Okay, how do I stop this now? Okay. 1 second. right. All right, let's see. All right, cool. We got one more to do. We got another one. Don't go anywhere. Let me grab the. It's gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same flashers, only you're gonna get different. You're gonna get different spoons. Oh, the sun is beating out here. You're gonna get different spoons. They're gonna be the same flasher, the same 4 flashers. All right. Only you're gonna get the mag size Giorgio Magnum. All right. And you're gonna get the, I don't even know the name of this one, but this is another newer one from Mr. Chrome, a mag. So you're gonna get the same 4, you're just gonna get 2 different spoons. All right. Yo, Big Fish, thank you for the super chat to cover the shipping, man. Appreciate that, brother. Thank you. Yep. Should be right around that anyway. Mostly gonna be have to get a box because those are 2 big paddles, but yeah, I'll get that. Thank you so much, man. All right. So for this one, I'm gonna do a different giveaway. It's just gonna do a random drawing. So, and you're gonna type exclamation win, W-I-N, exclamation win. It'll enter you in, and once everybody does that, I'll just it'll randomly choose a winner. So exclamation win, W-I-N. If you already won, Carter, you can't re-enter. All right, let me make sure it's showing up on my end. Yep, it's showing up. Perfect. There you go. There you go. Exclamation win. Make sure it's all together. Mike, not Mike, Joe, do it again. Exclamation win, all together. There you go. Got it. Good job, Joe. Anybody else? Anybody else? Win. Let's see how many entries we got so far. We've got 13 guys so far. Cool, cool, cool. We've got 27 here with us. Don't be shy, guys. If you're new here, feel free to exclamation win, enter in. All right, give it another few seconds. All right, that's it. Nobody else? All right. No last minute. All right, let's do it. Here we go. Winner is Beecher. Congratulations, Beecher. Yeah, I like that better. I like doing that giveaway better because then the bot does it all. Beecher, congratulations, man. Just type something here to claim it. And same thing for you, Beach. If you want to shoot me an email, let me know if you're local. We can meet. If you're not, just send me your info on the email. For both of you guys, put in the title giveaway winner so that I catch it because I get so much junk mail from like Temu brands I want to partner and stuff. All right. Listen, I know I had a super goal chat of hitting like 10 super chats to do a bonus, but I'm gonna do it anyway, guys, because you guys have been hanging out with me and been so supportive. Let me just find where it's at. I'm gonna do a 3-pack of spoons. All right. One is gonna be the Yellowhead, the yellow toad. This guy's been doing real good for me with Steelhead on a 7-color, 8-color, 10-color. So give it a run if you haven't used it before. This one is one of my best spoons so far for the year. This is the money toad. It's the green head. This has been killing it for me on 8 colors. It's been working on the Dipsy. I got a slide diver on the Dreamweaver slide diver Dipsy, stretched the back about 50 or so, or a little bit longer. Yeah, it's Trout, Kings, Coho. It's caught everything. So, and finally, another custom. You'll be one of the only other people to have this besides me, which is the orange head toad. This is another one that Mason did for me. No one else has these. I got a couple of them. I gave one to Captain Ernesto, but you got the orange one. This is gonna be a banger for sure. Do I really need to emphasize why? So you get that as a little bonus, all right? Now let me set it up again. All right, how do I clear it? So do reset. All right, for this 3-pack, exclamation win, W-I-N, all together, exclamation win, W-I-N. And obviously the 2 people that won already can't enter. So for everybody else, go ahead and type it away, man. Good luck. Good luck. Anybody in there? Just making sure everything's looking good on this. What do we got here? About 12 entries. Anybody else? Anybody else? Going once? Going twice? All right, let's do it. JG, congratulations, man. By the way, for those of you that won, when you message me in the message, aside from the giveaway winner title, put which pack you won. Specifically, unless you guys don't really care, because I don't want to mix up the spoons with the. Oh Lord, I'm already messing stuff up. I think these went with these. Oh Lord. No, these 2 go together, and then it's these 2. So let me know. Yeah, you'll get it. You'll get it. Did he type anything? Sweet, thanks. Okay, yeah, same thing, JG. Email me in the title, giveaway winner. Just put in the message. You got the 3-pack of spoons, so they know that goes to you. And then for the other guys, I got the paddles. The only difference is in the spoons. So. I don't know. I'll try to remember who goes what, but either way, you'll get them all. Like, it might not be the spoon I showed you, but because I might mix them up accidentally. Love the 1v1. Thank you, man. A lot of people really enjoyed that as well. Appreciate that. All right, guys. Well, that's going to conclude today's live stream. Get out there and go fishing, man. Again, if you're in a small boat and kind of struggle, I probably have one more opportunity to get out there and add another episode to this series I'm working on in August. So reach out, email or message, Facebook Messenger or Instagram DM, whatever works. I'll keep you updated on things. Yeah, I'm still around, even if I'm not actively posting. I'm trying to get all this stuff done. School's about to start, so. That's kind of where things are at here. So I appreciate all you guys' support, even, when I'm not actively posting stuff. Thank you for the memberships. Thank you for checking out the Patreon, all that stuff. Hopefully it all continues to help. And that's it, man. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.